Hello and welcome everybody to the Ruin Longmarch walkthrough. I'm going to be showing you the various buildings in Longmarch, maybe some hidden details about where you can hide or explore. Currently I'm inside the Fighters Guild. As you can see, it does have a hidey hole, stairwell, some rooms to cut behind if you need to heal, and some rafters to climb up on if you're looking to possibly ambush an enemy that is in the city. We put up a lot of scaffolding around the area, useful for getting up on top of the buildings and coming down from the buildings, taking less damage. This is the we call our west gate. I'll show you the options for opening and closing in case you're not from the Darkfall game. You can permanently open it if you have rights to it, or temporary open, which is what pretty much everyone else has, where the gate will close itself automatically thereafter. This particular scaffolding is important. It's one of the two ways we have of getting into the center area. Strange thing about Longmarch is there's a hole, a cave. You can't see it very well in the video here, but in the center of this ring is a hole, which is a tunnel that leads to two pathways outside of the city. See if I can move along here to get a better look down the tunnel. You can kind of see some torches right there. This can be used by enemies, but if they come through this way, they're walled in, so they would have to take out the walls with siege equipment. So it doesn't look safe for the people inside of Longmarch, but it actually is pretty safe. It's more of a trap for the enemies if they try to utilize it. Again, here's the second scaffolding piece that you can use to get inside of there. So we have easy access to getting in, but not good for getting from inside the ring into the city. This here's the barracks. It's surprising the amount of hidden areas in here. A lot of people don't even know they exist. Someone who comes into the city, what trip system, runs into the barracks and hides. A lot of times they won't be seen, so you have to check all these nooks and crannies under the stairs, the two bed chambers in the barracks, a couple other locations under the ramp there and back in the hidey hole. The great thing about an upgraded barracks is it gives you kind of a tower inside of the city, off the walls. Height advantage in case you get overrun and they get in over the walls. You can also kind of overlook the crafting benches from here. The barracks itself is attached to the wall, so if you go through the barracks you can actually get onto the wall here, and that's a quick way to gain upward mobility to the walls. Obviously you can also use it as a defensive measure by jumping onto the wall onto it. In our city we have crafting stations fully built. The one I just came from was the smithy, and we also loaded up the NPC stores. The great thing about this NPC store is everyone else in the game pays 2 gold per set of arrows, and we only pay 1. That's great for the melee warrior and the skirmishers, or pretty much any class actually can utilize it. Here's the smithy and the options and whatnot that you can craft there. We get a 10% crafting cost reduction, and I believe the speed at which you craft items is quicker. So coming from a safe zone city to a fully built city like Longmarch, you can really save some money. Here's the crafting bench. Again, all the various construction things, including construction itself and engineering, which saves us a lot of money. Crafting repair shards, building modules, especially in the ships too. A 10,000 gold ship is only 9,000 gold, so members are really benefiting from that. This tower that I'm on is a cannon tower. There's 5 of those in Longmarch. Currently in the game they haven't put the cannons on, so we're waiting for that. But it gives you a lot of height to overlooking the city, which we were really enjoying after we put them up. Also, you'll find it's just another way to get on the wall. So now we have several ways of getting up on the walls very quickly. Great for defense and whatnot. Now we've got our general stores in, housing and whatnot that gives us more buying spots. This is the timber quarry. The timber quarry is great resource node, or I'm sorry, the timber grove, and this is the stone quarry. These give the clan a lot of essences, a lot of materials we need to keep this city up. We're really benefiting from building those. It was very expensive. Those were some of the most expensive structures, but the clan's really digging into that, donating it to the clan bank. What you're looking at here is the church. The church is actually one of the more important buildings. We didn't realize till later, but it gives a protection buff. And for each level of church, 1 through 3, you literally don't take damage for those number of points. So level 1 church keeps 1 damage off you while you're in city limits, and a level 3 church keeps 3 damage off you. It's kind of amazing because it literally takes 2 weapon qualities down in damage. It's 1.5 per weapon. So we're really enjoying the church. We're wanting to get it to level 3, as it's only level 2 now. That was the laboratory, building various magic items and mounts and whatnot. Here's the is opposite of the other blacksmith store that I showed you. Mages and primos are able to get their cheaper regs here, so huge benefit for them. This is the mage tower here, and it's nice. You can get up on the walls on the top of that and defend the bindstone really well. Also, all the mage skills are sold at that vendor there, and it's a nice place to defend too, with the swirling swirling staircase area, and all the way up to the top. We've had people get into the city, and it's a great place to hold and fight on the ramp there going up. Also a good place to hide for enemies. It's good to check in there, as it's really close to the gate. There's the one of the 4 guard towers. Those zap enemies that come into the city and give us really good protection. We haven't had hardly any problems since we've had the 4 zap towers. That was the other gate to the city. That's the east gate. And here's our keep. Well, it's got 1 more level left to it, but going from level 1 to level 2 was pretty impressive. It as you can see, it looks very cool and has a lot of area inside of it. It's got a couple levels to it. The upper level has a intricate beams that you can climb upon. Good place to hide out if you're overrun and you're one of the few people left in the city. Normally people don't look up here, and if they did, you'd have range on them above them. The level 2 keep as well has a lot of windows that you're able to jump out of. And the level 1 keep seemed like you only had a couple options to get out. There's a 3rd level to this keep as well. A lot of nooks and crannies as you're going up on that ramp there for ambushes. And then kind of like an office at the top there. Again, another window that is easily accessible so that you can get out. And there's kind of an example. I jumped out of one. From what I'm hearing right now, looks like there is a battle. So with every big city, defense is very important. We're constantly defending our city. And it sounds like the West Gate's currently under attack, so we'll get a little PvP action here. hopefully. Riding my mount to get across town as fast as possible. I was on the opposite side. Looks like the gate's coming down. So as an officer, I can permanently open that gate. We've got people outside, so it's a good idea for me to do so. Make sure if they need to, they can get back in quickly. Put my mount up here, because I won't need it, as there sounds like at the bottom of our outside ramp. And got that put up. Oh yeah, our tower is zapping. You can see the blue lightning coming down. If they get too close, the tower really gives us some nice protection. It's arcane damage too, so there's nothing in the game right now to really mitigate that. Try to get some arrows down on the enemies. It looks like they're doing a full retreat here. Not really close enough to get any accurate shots off. Check my flank before proceeding, just in case, but looks like we're all in on this. Oh, here's a warrior in our ranks with Daryl sword, so I'm going to try to hack him down. He's not having any of that, he's taken off. And, well, you get the idea. Great cities deserve great defense. Root and Darkfall.